It was showbiz today. Maybe that 2 to 5 p.m. and on Wednesday to 7 to 9. And you have book on Sambede. Showbiz today. Empire 102.7 F. Obi etie Nana Yore Miss Mitzi me die. And it's set to get super exciting this evening between the hours of 7 to 9 p.m. Showbiz today midweek edition live on Empire 102.7 FM. My name is Hetalicious. You can as well call me Hetty. Anytime we get seated like this, it's show business. We bring you all the content and all the things making way in the world of entertainment. Starting from the celebrity hot gossips, the big happenings and events happening around. We've got you covered live on Empire 102.7 FM. Trust us to do justice to each and every story you are looking forward to discuss. The top-notch analysis will be delivered right here on your best urban radio station, Empire FM. Give us a follow on Instagram, Empire FM 102.7. And on Facebook, it's Empire 102.7 FM. Twitter is Empire 102.7 FM. Our WhatsApp number is 0577001027. And in due time, we will open the phone line so you can also call and share your thoughts on what is the conversation on the table. Same number 0577001027. You don't want to miss out on all the amazing things about to happen tonight on the show. Join the live conversation on Empire 102.7. That's our Facebook. We are streaming. Join the conversation. Leave your comments in the comment section. We will gladly read out for you. As always, I'm being joined in the studio by well-learned people. Oh my God, I saw my favorite person like just right around now, and I'm like, okay. So as always, we have Joseph Amo in the studio. You can call him Joseph Azonto anyway. And I have my Tinkerbell in the studio, Tracy Jamra. And I'm being joined in the studios by Christian. And so today is a super packed conversation. And just as we always start, Tracy will walk us through the world of trends happening around from Monday till today. Hello, good evening, Tracy. How are you doing?
Hi, good evening. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm full.
You have to be full to come here.
Yeah. So talk to us. What has been happening?
Okay, so we are always talking about things that are happening, but let's start with comedy. So Basket Mouth is applauding Ghana to be a contributing factor in his career success. So he's saying that Ghana is one of the avenues that made his career as successful as it is now. And are we saying that Ghanaian comedians can speak the same for themselves? And are comedians, even in the country, taken serious? Is comedy a serious business here? Is it bankable? And how well are they doing? We're also going to talk to about Kobina Kobina's manager, giving details as to why Kobina didn't file for nomination for this year's VGMA. So, I mean, why would he not file? We're also going to talk about, of course, the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris, meeting the creatives in Ghana, and she being in Ghana as a topic on its own. And we are definitely talking about Maven's Records that they said in the first quarter of 2023, that is just 3 months, they have spent $225,000 in music promotion for 5 of their artists. And is this an effort that is pushing their music? And do we even believe in investing in music, especially in promotion? And should it be made a conscious effort to learn how to do this and how it's going to help the music industry on its own? And of course, we have some very good, exciting interviews coming on later in the show as well. So yeah, this is basically the synopsis for our show tonight.
This tells that today's show is going to be exciting. Let me once again welcome Christian into the studios. Good evening, Christian. How are you
good
doing?
evening, Ertie.
I don't see you often. Why do you do that to me?
Oh, do I have any explanation to that?
You better do.
I don't think I can explain that, but I'll try as much as possible to be very consistent. Yes, I'll try as much as possible.
I would love that. I would love that.
So,
I would love that.
Forgive me for my inconsistencies. Yeah,
I'll forgive you.
Yeah,
you see me on the other side, and
but I'm fine. I'm doing very well.
I can see.
Yeah,
I can see. I said Sika do we see. I can see. So showbiz today on Empire 102.7 FM. The conversation is about to get started.
Make a baby, yeah. I am in Modi. It's your baby, if beside anything, yeah. I see HB, I see Bisita. They work on a path, she began a jollof. My Asiko darling, Asiko baby. Nintini wajayo, akoda kitu wabi. She take on me fancy, she began a jollof.
I see the kind of your love where I chop, fuck up my brain. What she give me for that early mama, 7:45. I tell her I know really the stuff, cover the plate. Me whenever they taste, but I they salivate. The thing they hot, the thing they jig. Nobody say the pepper full of too much, but they cake. I beg, what be the kind spices? What be the mix? Now the thing where they my mind like this, brought me the tricks. She they keep my focus, the container focus. Customer service man, they forgive and bonus. The way she come place and for table, my coordination is stable. Now combination of X and something else. And when I go put them for mouth, the way she scream way loud, then I should hold in my chest, keep going, yes. What you they do today? It's Friday. I get another plate. If your mind there.
Yes, and this is a beautiful piece, Basket Mouth, featuring Fowls and our very own Kobina Ghana Jollof. I'm sure a lot of people are surprised, you know, at the mention of Basket Mouth. People are wondering, is he into music? Of course he is. Once in a while he does that. And Mr. Is it Sir Drew or Mr. Drew? Once and for all, I want him to clear the air on that. Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Please, is the name Sir Drew or Mr. Drew?
It's not Mr. Drew.
Is what?
Sir Drew.
Mr. Drew, because you don't know how to sing, so you don't want people to call you Mr. Drew. So, Sir Drew, once again, welcome. I think we haven't seen you in a while. Thank God we've seen you finally. Yeah, so thank you and welcome to our show this evening. And today is set to be an interesting time on the show. And so, to our very first conversation, Basket Mouth has applauded Ghanaians to be a part of his success in his career. But the big question is, can Ghanaian comedians say the same for themselves? Comedians taken serious. Let me start from Christian.
Yeah, Harry, you see, with this Nigerian conversation, Nigeria-Ghana conversation, it's been everywhere. And I mean, when it comes to the entertainment front, it's a conversation that can go on over and over again and again and again. It started with movies. So when Ghana was doing so well in movies, Nigerians were not there. They came here. They came to take whatever we have here. They went there, polished it, brought it back to us. Now, it took the likes of Ejeko and the Kumawood people to bring the movie back. You see, at a point, everywhere on our screens and everywhere, people were watching only Nigerian movies until the Kumawood thing came up again. But the movie thing started here from Ghana. The Nigerians were nowhere to be found when it comes to the movie. But what happened? They took it, they went there, and then they brought it back to us. Same way it happened in music. The likes of Fela Kuti, they came to Ghana, came to learn the high life, went there, polished it, added a few things, and now they brought it back to us as Afrobeat. And now everywhere that they go, you ask Nigerians the kind of music they do, they will tell you we do Afrobeat. Now you ask Ghanaian musicians what kind of music we do here. Even the top stars here, when they go to America and all those places, when they ask them the kind of music we do in Ghana, they are not able to tell the people what the kind of music we do in Ghana here. When they have won awards with high life music,
right,
winning high life song of the year, the likes of Shatawale winning high life song of the year and all of that, winning awards with high life. When they are out there, they ask them the kind of music we do here in Ghana. They are not able to tell the people. You understand? So for me, it started from the movies, came to the music. In fact, I saw Basket Mouth somewhere in 2008, 2009, 2010. Doing so well in Ghana. People were having the videos of Basket Mouth on their PCs. Playing the voice of Basket Mouth inside out. They were listening to him. In fact, you listen to his joke, the same joke. You listen to him again, or you listen to it over and over again, and it will still keep you funny. I mean, it will still keep you laughing. You will smile. The same joke. So, for me, I think Basket Mouth was not even loud in Nigeria. He was loud here in Ghana more than he was in Nigeria. I can tell you. And everywhere in Ghana, I think he came in at the right time. At that time, comedy was not so huge here in Ghana. You understand? So when he came, when he brought, in fact, even in Nigeria, I can tell you that, he opened the eyes of the other comedians to see that we can make a lot of money from comedy. Then when he came through in Ghana, he made it. He was a hit here in Ghana, and then the likes of Clint the Drunk, all those people also came through.
Right.
Before the other ones also came, the Latter-day Saints, the Oke Bakasis and all those people, they came through. So for me, if indeed he is saying that Ghana made him, yes, and Ghana has made Nigeria so big. All the big stars in Nigeria, in terms of music, one way or the other, they pass through Ghana. Yes. As same way applies to the comedians. But you see, that is how we are as Ghanaians. We open our arms to people. We are very hospitable. And so it is easy for people to penetrate into our market than we penetrating into others' market. How many times do our artists, our musicians, go to Nigeria to promote their songs? And when they even go there, do they open their arms to them like we do here in Ghana? The likes of Tenny, the likes of Victor A.D. Victor A.D. here, before he released his track, was in Ghana here. He spent days in Ghana. Tenny had her billboards all over Accra. So they make a conscious effort to be here in Ghana to promote their songs. So for me, it is not even only about the comedians, movies, musicians, and all of that. So for me, if Basket Mouth is saying this, it is true. There is no two ways about it. But I don't know if it is about our, comedians who have not taken the pain to go out there, or they have been there and they were not received well. Maybe we need to get to know about this. But for me, what I know is that these Nigerians, the way we receive them here in Ghana, it is not the same way they receive us. I remember Shatawale, Stonebwoy, and some few other artists. They were in Nigeria, xylophone time. They went to play a show.
Yeah, I remember.
Look at the reception that was given to them. The reception, it was so dull. They acted as if they didn't know them anywhere, and it was so sad. It was until when Shatawale was performing and then Burna Boy joined him on stage, that was when they started to cheer them up. But when Stonebwoy was performing, even when Shatawale alone was performing, he wasn't cheered. They didn't cheer him up. So, but when their artists come here in Ghana, we cheer them up. We sing along. I don't know if because Nigerians are more here in Ghana, but the truth is that when they are here in Ghana, the way we receive them, it is not the same way they receive us when we are out there in Nigeria.
Before we continue the conversation, let's go and take a listen to what Basket Mouth actually said.
What happened was I told Nabil that, I need to do something real. I need to integrate myself. Okay. And if you've been paying attention, I've always tried to integrate my art with Ghana, based on the fact that I owe you guys a certain level of my growth. My first big show that sold me to the world, I did it in Ghana. That was when I did two things involved. That performance was what took me.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah, so I'm like, what, I owe these guys. That's why you notice that I use Kwabena in my, doing a show called Ghana Jollof. Right. So I thought, what, my next promo, I'm going to try and speak your language, should teach me. So I'm not that good.
So it was Nabil?
It was Nabil. Nabil was my instructor.
Yeah, so we heard from Basket Mouth. Let me continue from Cedru.
Let's see. For me, I think I'm tired of this Ghana-Nigeria issue because...
You think comedians in Ghana are appreciated enough?
We are always trying to compare the leverage. But then, have we gone back to the drawing board to learn? We've not done that. So at the end of the day, whatever that we are talking about here, it's just going to turn out to be an argument. We are still going to be.
It comes back to the same point.
So does it look like comedians in Ghana are not really marching at the standard?
Where are they?
We have DKB, we have Obi and Ponsan, we have Queen Ifia Schwarzenegger.
Just like my brother named them, the Latter Day Saints.
Oh really?
Oh yes.
They're trying. They are trying.
We are not saying they are not trying, but in terms of business-wise, in terms of growth, they are still not doing anything. For me, they are not doing it because the likes of Basket Mouth and the rest, I've been going international. The National Theatre, Wasa. So what are we doing? Then we will still make this comparison, Nigeria. Meanwhile, they are sitting down, going back to the drawing board.
You know the big conversation. The big conversation tonight is this: if a Nigerian is to sit on a Ghanaian media, traditional media, or platform, and is to say that Ghanaians have contributed to his success. But then the big question is, can Ghanaians say same for themselves? Can Ghanaian comedians say that Ghanaians have really helped me in building my career? Ghanaians have done, I'm like, can they say the same? Are they accepted like how we can easily accept Nigerian comedians? That's the big conversation.
Hetty, for me, young fun, I'll call market sector right now. We have Nigerians selling over there. Right? I didn't end to put the way on over you would buy. I mean, we are talking about. Let me hear reading promoter earpiece. But I didn't have a motor earpiece.
Was it original?
Because you see, but at the end of the day, one eye them at all. They know the market, but they study the market. They know where to penetrate. But ask yourself, are we doing the same? We are not. The last time, me share any
Ghanaian comedy.
Some should be actually be yes, like
the Kuma Wood people,
and it's just for me this comedy and this music thing, it's off for me because yes, for Ghanaians we're not learning.
It's off for you. Ghanaians are not learning. Tracy, let me take your bets on this one, then we move on.
When Basketman said he did his show in Ghana, I remember that show very well.
Yeah, two things
I
involved.
hit my leg on stone. Ew. I can remember every little thing he said in that show. I remember the progression where he started from, what he was talking about, and the way, even though he was Nigerian, he could say things so relatable to Ghanaians. It's what I feel like sold him. I always say that comedy is spontaneous business. When you get to the stage, it's not everything you've pre-planned that you say. Something could happen in the crowd that could trigger something, and then you make a joke about it. It's relatable. You get the crowd moving. But here's the case where, comparing if Ghanaians are accepting the Ghanaian comedians as we are accepting the Nigerians, are they of the same standard? That's the question. Are they doing the same things? Are they doing better, even better than the Nigerians or other comedians as well? The only comedians that we know in Africa is Nigerians, the Basket Mouth and those. The Ghanaian
and
ones,
some South African,
and some South Africans. In Africa, and so comedy is not really a part of creative art that's widely accepted, that's widely bankable. People don't really make money from that. But if you go outside the country, go to the diaspora, Nick Cannon, all these people make so much, millions of money from comedy. They do stand-up comedy shows. There's a bar where they have an open mic conversation where anybody that's an up-and-coming comedian could go and do these things. But if these things are not done here in Ghana, then how are we even promoting our comedy industry? If there's even one, whenever we say comedians, we only mention DKB. Who else?
Obi Amponsa. I think we have Jacinta around.
She's not really as consistent as she
but
should be.
The last time I followed an interview that was done, Obi Amponsa, and they all had lamentations, and one is the fact that you can't freely even joke about things in Ghana.
And it's a very sensitive
like
people.
The little thing be at your door.
Yeah.
But in Nigeria, you can freely,
Of
make
course.
a joke using a politician, a president. But then you can't do that. It's like the democracy we preach is not being practiced when it comes to Ghana comedy.
can't
Do you
really-
think that is also affecting
Of
us?
course, 100%. The things that we say, Ghanaians, when you say something, and even as a joke, we take it very personal. We are very emotional people, very sensitive, like very, very sensitive. So I feel like they're even so careful of the things that they say. They cannot freely express them. If you want to make a joke about our president, maybe he's sleeping in
big
parliament,
deal.
they can't. I mean, our elderly people are going to call you, you're so disrespectful. How can you do? But it's a joke. It's comedy. Some people even say, even someone got slapped. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on stage for making a joke about his wife.
Yeah.
Everybody else saw it that it wasn't such a big deal. But in that moment, Will Smith felt very sensitive. That's how Ghanaians feel every day. Will Smith is a comedian, so on any other normal day, he would have understood. Probably if he didn't have all their issues before, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But he was sensitive about that topic there and then. So that moment, the way he was feeling, that's how Ghanaians feel every day. So you can't do these things here. That's why I'm saying that these things, they are not, even in Ghana, it's not widely accepted as much. Comedians, excuse my language, they are going to fool on stage. Like, we don't see it as business. The only time that it was kind of accepted was when Charterhouse brought 1,000 and all those laughs that they used to
1,001
do.
laughs, yeah.
It was every yearly and thing. And that one, usually the headline comedians are from Nigeria. Is it a Basket Mouth or someone in America? Even Ghanaians do not headline these shows because we don't see them as
talented enough.
Exactly, like as big as the people outside. So that's what I'm saying, that even Ghana, in our heads, we don't accept comedy as part of the creative arts industry. It's funny, yes, you're making a joke, but how are you going to build a career off of that? Unless those who are on YouTube, they are making those shows. Even those things, it's from that Nigerian man called Mr. Oh, I've forgotten his name. He's always doing sugar daddy things in his videos. Yes, Mr. Yes, he kind of started these things. That's where Ghanaians kind of follow the trend. And if you watch the Ghanaian, those Dr. Likey, them their comedies, usually the people that comment under are people that are not necessarily Ghanaian.
Yeah.
Other African countries, Nigerians especially.
Is it that Ghanaians are too serious about everything?
We are too sensitive. We are very, very sensitive people, very, very emotional people. So everything, if and high, everything is serious. We can't even make a joke out of simple things. That's what I think.
Joseph.
I think I'll borrow a few words from what Christian said, that indeed at the time when Basket Mouth, as he's saying, I mean, I don't see this as a competition. Let's take away the whole scene of making it a competition, trying to compare Ghana and Nigeria. No, it's true. At a point, when he came to Ghana, Ghanaians accepted him, and it was within that era where Charterhouse was producing those 1,000 and whatever laughs, and at that time Bovi himself, a lot of these Nigerian people were being flown to Ghana, and at that time too, it was from the era where Concert Party had died, and so at that point we didn't have any relevant Ghanaian comedian at that point. So then it was just these Nigerians being pushed into the industry. It was later parts of the era that we had a few people, Ghanaians, being pushed into it. It's true, yes, Ghanaians accepted him, and it was through that videos that made him go viral and all that. And this as we are saying, like you're saying later this scene or whatever. Yes. Now you have the likes of Lexi, Intim, Obian Ponsa. There are a number of these people. They are also doing their best. We can't start from just from the scratch, and you'd want to be selling out auditoriums in the US, in the UK. No, right now we have lately for about 2-3 years now, we have our local comedians who are selling out our national auditoriums. Let's give them thumbs up for that, because at some point it was very difficult. I remember, I think DKB was complaining they had to show even at Legon or the National Theatre. There were about 14 people who were only there, and now we've come to a point where Obi and Ponsa put on the show, or whoever put on the show, it's not difficult. They get the necessary audience. Let's look at it from a point where, yes, now they are getting the needed the appreciation. They are getting the needed support. So then, from where it's starting now, we should accept them now and propel them to other heights. I think last week Obi was in UK. He performed at the concert there. Yes, it's gradually it will become a process where our Ghanaian acts too will also be there. Let's not. They are doing their efforts. They are putting in some effort. So let's see them see it from that point, not necessarily always having to do the comparison thing. It doesn't help. They are also starting from a point where we should also accept them, push them to a point where they will also become international acts that they will get the appeal from all over the world.
We are being joined on the phone lines by DKB, one of the finest comedians we have here in Ghana. Hello, good evening, DKB.
Hello, good evening.
How are you doing?
Let me ask you something. I am in a class. You are in study. When the financial statement is released, it comes from a class to study. So let me ask you, if you are fine, so let's find out if you are happy, whether I have to tell you no more or something.
I'm fine, but no one is over here.
Please, I can't remember my pin. I'm sorry.
Nice. So real quick, we want to, have your idea on a little conversation happening now. Basket Mouth is in Ghana, ahead of his program in April 8th. Now, he showed appreciation to Ghanaians for being a part of a success story in his career. Sitting on a Ghanaian media outlet to make it known that Ghanaians, played a major role in the success of your career. It boils down to one question. For a foreigner to be accepted so much in Ghana to a point where his first show that actually brought him out was, held here or was done here in Ghana. How does that tell the story of comedy in Ghana?
Well, it tells the story that Nigeria had an influence in the rise and coca of Ghana comedy. Nigeria had a hand in it because, being inspired as, with 50 them do that over here with a lot of life, brought to us by Pepper House. It inspired a lot of us to, believe that it's possible here to do stand-up comedy. Because what was popular in Ghana was the flagship Tuesday concert party stand-up comedy. Yeah.
I would.
They inspired us. Yeah.
Right. I would want to know your thoughts on this one. Do you think comedy in Ghana is bankable enough?
Yeah, it is. Now some of the comedians own cars. They're driving their own car. And they're not walking on foot or waiting for some ride to come and pick them up. They're driving. So, it came from a time when, you couldn't, how do you call it? You couldn't even get a car to do for a show. But, it means past that the point where you can even gather money to buy a car. So, comedy is very viable in Ghana. It's very, very doable. And you have nobody to tell that because Ghanaians for supporting us to come this far. So, it's very, very bankable. I'm telling you. Now some of the comedians, organize their own shows and they get a profit of about 20 for themselves. It's very, 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 very possible, We thank Ghanaians for doing this for us. Without their support, there is nothing we could have achieved so far.
Interesting. But looking at some state programs and other big programs, say inauguration of maybe these big things that happen in some other parts of the country, say in Nigeria, South Africa, big events that happen, we normally don't see comedians. I'm talking of Ghana. For example, the arrival of the vice president, all the way from the United States of America.
It's a decision for the organizing. The comedians have nothing to do about it. It's the decision for the organizers to take.
Exactly.
So if they do, invite the comedian, the comedian has done nothing wrong. It's not our fault. They have decided to invite me, they will invite me. We are not really bothered about that. If they invite us and they don't, we are not good because that kind of platform, there are people who are managing those kind of platforms and if their recommendations, that was procedure. So if they're not recommending comedy now to be part of this functions like the welcoming of the vice president of American, etc. It's the organizing, And that also goes on to prove that comedy is still young in Ghana and it's not top priority when it comes to, representing the country with what we have. I don't know if you get me right.
Yeah, I understand you.
It's quite young. When we're talking about notable films, genres and art in Ghana. So, one of the reasons why we don't sit down on those kind of international platforms is because somebody is too young. So you get to a point where it will become top of mind for everybody, including the organizers on the show, and then they put in the comedians because sometime back, they didn't think of comedians at all, but now Easter events have comedians all around. Easter, comedy. Look at that format for entertainment to be on, an Eastern comedy show in Ghana. So comedy is growing. It gets to the point where it becomes top of mind. It becomes, very, very imperative in the father of Ghanaian showbiz industry. But for the meantime, we are just happy for how far we've come.
Nice. And do you think the acceptance has come to stay that soon comedians will become international?
We speak English, so we are international. I think that's like that. Once we speak English, we are international.
Once comedians speak English, you guys are international.
We are international, yes. Everybody around the world can understand you. Everybody can understand you.
Right. The last time Obi Amponsa had, in an interview where he said, sometimes you guys can't easily express yourself just like how other comedians do, due to how you are restricted in some things. You're supposed to say some things you're not supposed to say. Do you think how we preach democracy in this country is also another thing? What I am saying is, in one or two interviews I have monitored from your fellow comedians, the information or the news you're trying to send or the notice you're sending across looks like they are not able to freely express themselves, just like how some others do. You know, in Nigeria or some other parts of the world, people can freely maybe make a joke about the president or a minister or anyone in government. But here in Ghana, it's not so.
Okay, so this is the reason why. Now, there is a word called malice, intention to offend, whether physically and verbally. So you make sure that your joke does not undermine the person, but rather highlight a character about the person or put in the spotlight, and you think the person did, but you position such a way that even the person involved will laugh about it. I mean, I've performed in front of His Excellency Nadu and the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Manu. I've performed in front of them, and I've made fun of them. But you see, when you say you can't get through anything, it's for example, you can't just go there and insult them. No. But you can make a joke about, something being said. Which is today from your own credit. So you can make a joke about it, and they laugh. So violence is not offensive. Violence is not malicious. Everybody has a happy day. If you notice, I saw a lot of jokes about the different tribes in Ghana. And I've not had anybody attack me. I've not had anybody try to play the point. It's the truth. That's the stereotype about the tribe. So I think it's a way where even people from that side will love to hear it, and when you hear it, you laugh. Do you know that sometimes when I'm going on stage, people come and tell me to make fun of their friends. They actually remind me. They tell me in a sarcastic way, you talk about everything, you see what I'll do to you, you see what I'll do to you. They tell you and they were like, oh, okay, then they are not talking about everything. So they tell you share, for real. Talk about everything. Let them know us that we are going to get with us. We go to the go, let them do. So that is what is developed. A stereotype about them. And they are honestly accepted. And then we need the joke from an India. So when I went to say for me, those matter of fact, when I'm telling a joke about God, the God is very good. I'm telling a joke about ourselves. Enjoy it most. But you say another commitment, tell me a bit about offense, and the offense in the audience may be offended is because the comedian happens offense than to see. So it's about making the content very, very enjoyable without money. Trust me, the people are talking about will even love it. I remember when somebody, with issue came out of an adopted degree and all of that. I did a skit about somebody and the adopted degree, etc. He laughed so much, he posted it on his Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Because when you watch it, it is not offensive. It even rather goes on to highlight somebody in some positive light, and he loved it. But it was about him. This same thing, some other comedian tries may be offensive. So make sure that it is not offensive. And when the person is there, you love it. They are human, they use it.
Nice one. Talking of acceptance out or outside Ghana, how is it like when you guys go out there to have shows or headlines? Have you guys actually? I would go back and still use Nigeria because they are the closest and they are the ones who normally come in and out all the time. Have you guys headline concerts in Nigeria before? Ghanaians headline.
No, the comedy is I do the headline comedy of this country. We are a great certificate holder. The years is great for another country and call yourself a professor. How?
So you're more like accepting the fact that they are better than us.
It's better.
You saying a certificate holder or BEC holder going?
One is now, comedy is more than 40 years old. Some comedy in Ghana is young and standard. Some comedy is 40 years old.
But I don't.
Ghana comedy is young. It means that I'm saying that Ghana comedy is better. What I say.
Okay, but I don't.
How
I don't believe in the fact that the number of experience someone has makes the person better, is it?
Mechanics and dealing with cars and having experience with cars. You the one talking, so you're telling me somebody older than you is a better human being than you are. You know what I'm telling you?
We are not talking of human beings here, we are talking of talent.
Yes, important. Even when you see the problem how in Ghana, you are not undermining your own talent in Ghana. When last month, a big comedian from Nigeria has come down here to raise our talent, you are now asking if our talent is good enough. If you are not good enough, why would that come up from Nigeria to raise our talent? So we people are the every point base in this creative art business you are doing, and you pass down to people's minds. It is only your good. Why would that come up to it's on fire. It's a crazy fire. I want to cut down. Why would you do that?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DKB. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now let's come into the studio. We heard from him saying SHS holder or JSS holder going to meet someone with masters, or what does that mean?
I think it actually makes sense.
I would want to know. I get it, but then my question to him was, if you are saying you were a BEC holder going into the land of someone who has masters, meaning the person is experienced and better at the job than you. That's what it means.
Yes, it's actually so.
Exactly. So me asking and he making it look like I am now saying that Nigerians are better. You made a statement, and what it meant is what I am explaining to you.
I think probably you making it seem the phrase of trying to make it seem as if they are not actually there. It makes sense that at this point, comedy is an accepted thing there. We are a young industry here, and so it would take a number of years. You remember in his conversations, he kept hitting on the fact that our industry here is young, and so it would take a number of years of growth for you to be able to go to that end of the world, for you to gain such an acceptance. Even here, it is gradual. We are now growing, and so it would take a number of years. So his comparison of a certificate holder and a professor thing, I think it actually makes sense though. But
one other thing, obviously I can't keep going back at things. One other thing too is the fact that to say that, what did he say? Okay, to say that they are international. So you're international, but you're not even known. You may not even be known in an African country. So I'm asking myself, what makes you international?
What's the English language?
The English language.
At that point, he was just being sarcastic there, because.
So I'm like, okay, you are international, but then you haven't, had your own concert in another country, a neighboring country before. So what makes you international? Maybe you guys can clear that out for me, Christian.
I don't understand. In fact, I didn't understand him from that point when he said that because they can speak English, they are international. I don't think the language alone makes someone an international artist or an international person. You understand? For me, if you are accepted out there, if you can go out there, mount the stage, you have crowd listening to you, you actually make an impact when you are out there. That makes you an internationally accepted comedian or artist. You cannot just stay in your Mamobi, one corner in Mamobi, and think that you are international just because you can speak English. No, man. How? I mean, who does that? And who thinks that way? You cannot just stay in Mamobi, your one corner, or your Kotobabi, one corner, and because you think you can speak English, you are international. No, man. I won't accept that. And for me, he didn't want to accept the fact that they are not international yet, they are not out there yet, and so he just had to say that yes, because they can speak English. I mean, you don't do that. I don't think that for the fact that they can speak English makes them international. If you are an international artist, or if you are international enough, you should be out there making impact. You should be able to organize. People should be there to listen to you, like the way the Nigerians come here, penetrate into our market, and you have a lot of people running, buying tickets to just go and listen to them. They go to UK, they fill auditoriums. They go to America, they fill auditoriums. They go to other parts of Africa, they make impact with their shows. You understand? Can we say same for our comedians here in Ghana? No, that is.
How does that make them feel, being a comedian and you can't sell out shows in your country, but then another
it is because I also think he made mention of the fact that our industry here is a young one. It will take some time. We are still growing it. The growth has been, it's been at a snail's pace, but with time maybe we'll get there. And we don't have so many comedians around. If they are, then we don't know them. You yourself mentioned about 3 or so, or a couple.
But it will surprise you there could be more.
I mean, you struggle to mention the names of the comedians we have here in Ghana. Yes, I know. You will struggle. You know them. You are in the industry. You are a media personality. So then you should know them. But off head, you cannot mention that. You struggle to mention 3 of them. You understand? How about more the one out there? How do they mention that? They are not out there. So for me, it will take some time. The growth, at a point, it looked like we're growing when we had Funny Face, Mountain Stage, and making people. You remember that? Yeah. That show from Funny Face? It was huge. Here, everybody talked about. But after that, where was he again?
No, then I don't think you're being fair to the current scope of comedians you have here, because for the past 2-3 years, all of them have been selling out.
I don't have any problem, but are they out there? They are not. Are they international enough?
No, they are not. And so
so if you tell me that you speak English,
I mean, at that point, I think it was just me sarcastic.
because he's a comedian.
He was just trying to be
because he's a comedian.
To the same point.
I think we shouldn't go much on the.
Selector Murphy says Ghanaian artists do learn, but Nigerians are already accepted, so it makes it difficult to identify our own. And come to think of it, how many comedians do we have here in Ghana who can represent us as a country internationally? So I guess language too matters. Thank you. Mansa Musa says, kindly tell the lady that our comedians create jokes with our president and former president with ease. No one begrudges them. Goes on and on and on. Muhammad Abdullah Hafiz says, watching live from Sunyani. Thank you so much. Keep watching us. Now, let's move to our next conversation. This one I know is of so much interest to Joseph Amoah. So, Maven Records in the first quarter of 2023 have spent $225,000 in music promotion for 5 of their artists, and this effort alone, for me, I feel it pushes the Nigerian music to other markets, specifically Ghana. And is this approach not a reason enough why their music has flooded our airwaves. This they believe, because they believe in investing, in music promotion. Should we make it a conscious effort to learn this, and will our music also get far if we are to do this? Let me start from Tracy.
Well, I believe that when it comes to music promotion, it's one of the biggest aspects of making music. You can't make music in your bedroom and then it will become a hit. No, you have to promote it, you have to market it, you have to sell it. And so if their concentration mainly is on promotion and marketing, spending all those huge amounts of money on it, then I think it's the right thing to do. Because as you read, it's about 5 artists that are signed under Maven's Records. And we have Ayastar, we have Ladipo, we have all
Magix,
these,
we have Rima.
Exactly. So look at the names that we are mentioning. These are big artists. These are international artists. Even if all of them are not, about 4 out of the 5 are. So if these artists require a lot of money to promote and market their songs, then I feel like it's due. Even if $225,000 for 5 artists, that's quite cheap. Comparing them to Camido's
almost 175,000.
Exactly. So I feel like no, that's about $1,000 for Camido's.
975,000 Ghana cedis.
Let's say it's 100,000. That's about $79,000 exactly. So looking at that multiplying by 5, that's way more money than 225. And I believe that for one thing I
think that one covers the remix and then the original version plus
the
videos and all the stuff.
Promotion of the whole song. I'm saying one thing I feel like is working for Maven is that the artists that they are promoting already have the name. Ayastar has made her waves for about 3 years now, and so consistently for 3 years her name has been there, promotion or not, her name has been there. Rema like this has been there for like 5 years and over. His name is now a household name now that people mention in the whole world, in America, in UK, in Ghana, in Nigeria, South Africa, everywhere. He's held concerts in the US, in the UK, that he sold out. He's had his own concerts in America, in the UK, that he sold out on big auditoriums. So for these people, even if it is a lot of money, it's not so much money as compared to people that are now coming to put themselves on the market. That's what Magic George always says, that when people make music, they're always scared of the marketing aspect because it's a lot of money.
Right.
It's a lot of investment. It's a lot of work. Because you can easily make the music in your room. You have a studio in your room. You can make the music. Your uncle mixes beat. They can mix the song for you. They can put it. But who is going to promote the song?
Right.
How are you going to get people to play the song? How are you going to penetrate into international markets? You have to invest money, time, and resources. You have to make connections. You have to build people. That is how they spend so much money. And I'm not saying that the money that they've spent on Maven is cheap. That is because the names that they have on their record label are already household names, so you don't need to spend so much money into promoting Rema's song. Rema will post something on his Instagram in a few hours. You have over 200,000 likes and 200,000 views. So if he posts a snippet of the song, it's already selling out there, because in the beginning, from his first song that he did, from Soundgasm to Calm Down, he has international collaborations, and they put so much money there, and now they don't have to put so much money there again. He has a collaboration with Selena Gomez at the moment.
Yeah.
So in America, he's a big deal. When you look at top 100 global music hits, his song with Selena Gomez is number 18. He is the only Nigerian song on that list because of the collaboration he has with Selena Gomez. So if you want to market someone like this, you just type Rema, that's all. No hashtag, no money, no nothing. His name is already there. But even still with that, they are not relaxing. They are still investing into him. They are still paying for marketers. They are still paying to penetrate his new songs into other regions, into other countries. As he said, this is the first quarter of this year. 3 months now. Rema's not released any song in 3 months. Ayastar just released her Stability song in January. So if you look at the 3 months that have come, these 5 people, it's only Ayastar that's released the song, and probably Ladipo as well. So out of these 5 people, they're still investing into them, even though they've not released songs. So you can imagine how much effort and how much money they are putting into them to make their names a big deal now. Ayastar has penetrated so many markets right now, even though she's like just 20 years. She started music just 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, but now her name is a household name because of the money, because of the record label that she signed under, because of how much they invest into them, and they make them promote into other markets as well.
Nice. Mr. Drew, do you think Ghanaian artists would would invest so much. The last time, I think when George Britton came out saying he's invested 970, it was a big blow. A lot of people, we had our own in-house saying, it's a lie. It's a lie, don't mind him. It is a lie. Do you think Ghanaians can go to that extent? Ghanaian artists and their investors and record label would go to that extent?
Let's see, apart from Lynx Entertainment, do we have any record label in Ghana? Oh, I want to know.
We have managers.
We have what?
We have managers.
Oh, they are just connecting the dots.
No, we Camido has a record label. That I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For that one, okay. The reason I ask is, you see, with the promotion aspect of his label, right? We're all doubting whether the money was right or wrong. But comparing it to what we have now, these guys understand what they are doing. They know where they are going. I remember, I don't know if I still remember the name of the artist, where the artist was like, he or she wouldn't go and shoot a video for a certain amount of like money.
Okay, Celestine Donko, yeah.
You understand, and you look at you look at the
She
quality
uses it for
of
rice
videos,
importation.
whether it's a gospel song or whether it's a normal Afro like beat song.
But I think she was also coming from the background that people really do not patronize music videos here in Ghana.
Oh, please.
That is
The music video will connect you somewhere.
Just draw close to the microphone if you want to talk.
She was only looking at the Ghanaian market.
And she was being myopic, I would say. She was being myopic at that point.
Rice
See,
importation.
that's-
Give her a
when
break.
when it gets
Give her
to
a
such
break.
conversations, I become very passionate because we always backlash the artists.
Yeah.
These people are not doing well. Let's take talents boot for boot. We can match these Nigerian boot for boot. Which songs doesn't Kiddy put out? How talented is this boy not? We have artists who are like, they are way behind the front line. We don't want to listen to them. We always want to go with the mainstream arts, likes of this guy, Brian the Mensa. If you listen to this boy's tape, his album he released last year, you'd wonder why is this boy still not making, it's not hitting. But then let a Nigerian boy come. We think it's magic. We think it's a change that they come. Oh, who is your guy? It's not magic. After
Fairy
the record,
tale.
after the tune, after whatever it is, there's pushings, there's plugins. See that time when they came that the top 10 Ghanaian chart lists on Apple Music were not there, were complaining and all that. Money exchange hands in this industry. These people have come to understand. When this guy was saying he invested about 900,000 Ghana cedis, I saw that this is a futuristic person. This person knows what he's about. And so you see, when you mention him, the likes of Amare, people, when you listen to Amare, what you call, the others either called Molly or so, when you listen to people like that, you won't say they are from the Ghanaian industry because they move differently.
Their sound and everything is different.
Their connections. Amare songs was on how do you call it? Times Square. Times Square.
Yeah.
The song was there. Adverts. It was there. But you sit back and think, no, it be somebody he feels good.
Sometimes maybe how good the song is. No.
Grace. You see, at this point, put grace, put favor aside.
Grace, uncommon grace.
At the point I might eventually cross.
No. I want you to continue.
It becomes worrying that, Charlie, if we know artists, we know friends that do good music, but then when they put it out, it's we the sixpence that will be listening to it. It's we the sixpence that will listen to it. But then, had it moved from a point where we had people who see that this is an industry, this big man somewhere is giving you like 50,000 K, go here. So that's why sometimes I respect the likes of Stonebwoy, Sarkodie, because these people put in a lot of money. Right now, Stonebwoy is going to release his tape.
Yeah.
He's not featuring any Ghanaian. And the tape he's releasing, even I think last week or so he was in London.
Yeah.
There was a basketball match.
He was
and
spotted
his
there.
music was playing. It's not because Stonebwoy is there. Money exchange something.
Yeah.
There's something. The Def Jam records that he signed on now. See his album cover, so exquisite, so unique. It has moved from the days of Bafria Yege lifestyle. No, there's some class to it now. See, let's compare the tape of a therapy. listen to the sound of Therapy.
Yeah.
They're
Different.
compared to any other Stonebwoy records.
Different.
Lyrics wise, content wise, it's there. But listen to
sound
Therapy.
alone.
Therapy didn't have any greedy lyrics. The sound alone, you see, it gives you, when you listen to in a Bose or whatever earpiece, you feel like, no, this is quality music. See, the Nigerians have come to accept that this and $225,000, right?
It's nothing. Yeah.
Like two billion.
This song, there's this song,
five people.
they've been giving like ta.
Yeah.
That song was released 6 months ago, but now it's becoming a hit now.
It's already.
It's like now
A
everyone-
lot
on
has
everyone's
gone
TikTok,
into it.
On everyone's Snap, everyone is playing it. You think it's just like that. So we wouldn't sit back. And so I wish Magic would have been here. I wish Magic would have been here.
Give him a break.
See, let's see. Sometimes when you talk big, it puts you on a certain pedestal. See, you see,
Yeah.
sometimes elevates the conversation to some level that if an investor is sitting somewhere and it's like
You're a big fish.
your music is about 20,000 or the 30,000, someone who's an investor will see is like, no, I won't put my money in this. But when we are talking about millions, when we're talking about millions of dollars,
Maybe it is because she is financing her own project.
I know that to have the conversation
sometimes
center. No,
you are financing your
please,
whole project.
let me say this. Once you find yourself in a business, you don't have any excuse than to work on the business.
Yes, you find
Whether you
yourself-
are doing it on your own, for example, Aya Ramsey is doing this
Charlie,
whatever somewhere.
he's all over
He's
the place.
investing.
At this point, Iron Ramsey B, if he had some $50,000, $100,000 stashed somewhere, that boy would have become a big hit. Yes,
So
it
what
may
is
be
this excuse of-
it's difficult. Some of these. So when I read the thing from Joey Akan, I saw the tweet. I feel like, so how when was that underground boy? If there's no investor as a such, how would then underground boy become a global hit? And so I think at some point we should elevate the conversation somewhere that if an investor is sitting somewhere and he thinks of putting his money into such a scheme, he wouldn't feel like I'm going to lose. He sees that this is a lucrative venture. If I'm stashing some money into it, it's a return. The return on investment will be good. There be that more broad conversation. Charlie, no. Let's elevate the conversation of our industry. And you see, when the conversation elevates, it's a circle. It's an ecosystem. It comes back to you, the DJ. It comes back to you, the representative, because at that point the industry is elevated. So if someone is booking you for an MC gig, someone is paying you for. There are Ghanaian DJs who are on payroll of Mavens.
Yeah.
You think that when a song comes and the likes of DJs are in Accra playing the thing, it's because
The song is nice.
Kids the Nigerian music. No. They're on salaries. There are 1,000 city salaries, 1,500 city salaries. Into a bar. Why wouldn't I promote the song? Let's elevate the conversation. We have the talent, we have the craft here. What is left is money.
So this is the point where I think the business aspect of music comes in. This is the point where you get to understand that let's put in this. Let's grow the numbers so that we can also get this out of it. And why do you think some Ghanaian artists would want to murmur or grumble at their feet when it comes to putting in money for promotion? Or for example, Hetty is my friend. She will play the thing, give me. Make her send me. Tracy is my friend. She will play for me. But when they go outside the country, they feel some money needs to go in. Is it that we feel we are always entitled to be supported since it's our own? Christian,
Hertie, you see,
why do we find it a big deal
you see,
to put money in promotion here in Ghana?
If Mavens, as big as it is, or as big as they are pushing this amount of money into promoting their works, you see, if music is just like any other brand or business, you need to treat your music as any other brand or any other business. If we are doing a business, you need to promote your business. I don't have to be the one to come and tell you to promote the business. You see the essence in promoting your business. Same way, if you are a musician, you should know the importance of promoting your music. So for me, if you sit in your corner and think that the honors lies on the DJ or the presenter to just play your music, I mean, that is wrong. at the end of the day, if the DJ or the presenter is behind the console, he chooses what he plays. So, you know, and then some man say, at the end of the day, I have to, you know, play your song. No, music. Some of them when they are done with the song, they will not even send you the song. They will send you a link. So use your internet data
Empire
to go and download the song and then come and play for them, promote them. You see what we have here? Because they think that you sit there, you play other songs from elsewhere. What do they give you? They don't give you anything, but you play their song. So what is the big deal? If you are even like you have sent you the link to my song, but that is not the way. At the end of the day, if the DJ is there or the presenter is there, he chooses what he plays or what she plays. You cannot tell me, say, I should play your song. No, it doesn't work that way. So if you want to promote your song, even if you want me to play it for you for free, you need to, give me that respect, accord me that respect. Why not send me the song? But you send me a link to go use my data to go and download the song and come and play it for you. Who does that? So all what we are saying is that promoting your music, promoting your works is as important as doing the music itself, because artists in Ghana here will tell you they are not industry boys. I am not an industry boy, but when after releasing the track, they will just put the track out there and they will tell people to share the link. And go and their fans will tell you to stream, but those same artists will come and tell you that they are not industry boys. The fans not part of the industry. So that is the mindset we have here. We think that when the song is done, people should be out there, following it. We have seen. We are talking about Stonebwoy. Stonebwoy, after signing on to Def Jam, he had the opportunity to be at the BETs. The Grammys. He was there. We have seen Stonebwoy all around after signing on to Def Jam. So there is some effort put in there. There is some consistency, and I'm sure this is Fifth Dimension project. I think he released the album list today or something like that. Yes. I think it is going to be, and he himself has said it, it's going to be very, very big. So we are waiting for it. And it is not because Stonebwoy is Stonebwoy and he has his name out there. No. What is behind it? What is behind? Even if you are able to promote your works and promote it well, you as an artist, you become very, very active in the industry. Not only where you find yourself, but across the globe. If you are able to promote your works and promote it well, you become active. You get the opportunity to collaborate with other big artists from elsewhere. See Stonebwoy. Look at Stonebwoy. He's been able to, I don't know, in Jamaica, in America, he's collaborated with a lot of artists, a lot of musicians. Same as Sarkodie and other big artists we have in there. So for me, it is important, and if you are a musician out there, don't think that after releasing the song, someone will just have to walk in there and download the song and play it for you for free. No, it is not a matter of coming to pay A or B. If you're a beginner and you don't have the money, yes, put in some effort. We were talking about Aya. How much money is Aya giving to people? But because of the effort, the energy he puts in there, and how he even talks to people, and how he will approach you, it will make you play his song. At the end of the day,
when he meets you in the trotro. So Michael Romeo Eshen says, I'm not so much into this entertainment stuff, but I think most Ghanaian musicians don't value the very business that they are into. And again, it's very hard to get somebody to invest in the upcoming ones. Your English at my eyes. thinking his or her money will go down the drain. Unlike our Nigerian brothers, they have managed to set the standard for themselves. The Nigerians will go to the extent of traveling to wherever just to promote his or her music, and they help themselves too.
And that is true. Victor Eddie was in Ghana. he came to virtually live in Ghana.
The boy, who is your guy? He released a song when he was in Ghana.
The
Spyro released a song when he was in Ghana.
You see.
Now, another conversation. The last time Shatta Wale was in the news, and he said a thing or two relating to VGMA reaching out to him. He said VGMA need to sit down with him so that they talk on how he's to file and all those things. Now, it has come as a surprise to a lot of people that Kwabena Kwabena's name is not in any of the nominations for this year's Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, and his manager Ashes has explained the reason why. Let's listen to him, and we'll continue the conversation.
On our comments in the previous years, we make it towards the scheme, and he just wanted to stay away.
Okay, say no, also on pay.
Also on pay.
A comment to Ben or make you in here. Okay.
You know, or no, the standpoint is different. Or feel say, and yet, as VGMA board, like almost necessarily in terms of looking for the artists and then putting them on nominations and then writing to the artists by email the idea. On feelings or no artists and then sort of filing the work, not the other come on some one way you might get on that sort of he has a different opinion towards certain things.
Okay.
So I don't know if you say older musicians they should have credited more. Because I don't know, obviously, VGMA, not you who could join you, that you look about your man located over the time. He has a different opinion towards this whole thing. And as much as management tries to, we would have talked him into putting his works out this year, or let's say, or stay back. Now, in the near future, when he feels things are done right, he'll be back.
And apart from some man falling, personally, as a manager, Munya hint to say the non-common by farm works in the NABA, most top woman.
Oh, I'm going to be say a video of the year like this. We did not put it in, but he went now. In Shema, I'm the mind say, and no, video director, no, and credit no more on the command. You know, then I'm going to be saying, then on the video director and file a nomination, and I say, chat out on like a year, and I'm so one on way, and so that's where his points are. Okay, if almost as an organization, I can see somebody's work, and say, wait, five because the human and I think I was here, my musicians to go through all that steps and going to look for friends application form to file it or not. No, because of the total Grammys here, things are done differently. So if you're feeling say in every jam system we will never improve because as from a standpoint, as organization Charterhouse, they have a board, and the board should do its job by looking for the artists' work, the artists who have worked in the year, and then rather credit them. Say, yo, we have seen your work. We think we want you to be part of your Juma this year. I'm saying, are you willing to be part? So
that's right.
I don't know so many different. You actually be an adre.
A beautiful piece by Kwabena Fingers, and that was Kwabena Kwabena's manager. Mr. Ashes. Let's come into the studio. So, we all heard from him. You can call us 0577001027 or send us a WhatsApp number, WhatsApp message on our WhatsApp number 0577001027. Be a part of the show tonight. Joseph, so we heard from Ashes the reason why Kobna is not a part of this year's VGMA. He feels there's a lot of error with the award scheme, and then he, according to him, he feels that once it's a VGMA board, you chance on an artist project or work, you at least reach out to them, make them know, we've seen your projects and would want you to be a part. This is the same, thoughts Shatta Wale also had. What's your thoughts on this generally before we move on?
I think it's the scheme, and they decide how they come about with a nomination list. And I'm sure that's with theirs, they open a nomination where you file. I remember we've had a point where an artist told the public that he didn't actually send the song, so he was actually surprised that the song. So to avoid all of these things, that's why they have open nomination. Unlike the Grammys, where the recording labels and even the academies select some of these nominees.
Even that one, you have to submit your work.
Yes, you get it. So if you have an interest, it's not as if it's open to a selected few. You're an artist, and within that period, that the year under review, they've actually declared you've actually released the project within that period. Wouldn't it make sense that if you think you want to be in the scheme, why wouldn't I submit my project for the scheme to review, and if it makes their criteria, be enlisted into that scheme? I don't see how this should be a long process where rather they should be reaching out. No, if you're interested, you go. If you're not interested, you stay mute. I think these things people are trying to show their it's I don't buy this some of these things. I actually don't buy it, because that is their mode of getting entries. They open it. It's not as if they have a selected their board go and bring their staff. And if should that happen that the board should go and bring out a certain thing into a scheme, we are the same people who would be saying that didn't they see that, didn't they see this? So then they've opened the floodgates to you. Whichever projects from all corners of the country, if indeed within the year under review you released a project and you think you qualify for the scheme, you think you are interested in picking up such an award, wouldn't it make sense that you go in for this entry? So I'm not buying what Ashes is actually telling us.
Tracy,
I actually share the same sentiment with
you.
Tracy.
Will
no because how many years has VGMA been in existence for?
23 years.
4 years.
Yeah, I think it's the 24th edition.
Yeah.
For 24 years, they've been doing this thing this way. And I don't think anybody has started up. Well, this year is when we've been hearing these things that they want to be contacted and all of that.
They are green.
I think they're just trying to preach some form of wokeness. Like, we know our rights, sort of, that kind of thing.
It's my project, it's my song.
We've reached some place, so you have to, that's the type of thing that's trying to put across, but I don't think it's going to work, because here in Ghana, if you should have a selected few do something, it's extremely questionable. Now, the credibility of the award scheme is going to be under so much scrutiny, under so much questioning, because why is that you have to ask them to bring their works? Because if we allow the public to, or the artists to bring in their own works, like you're confident about what you're doing. If they say, hey, to bring your most highly profiled, well-executed interview, you will select what you did your best, what you think was your best, and you take it. But if they say, me and Kobna should sit down and select your interview, maybe what we think is the best was not your best. So I feel like this is like the safest way to conduct this.
You bring it yourself.
Bring it yourself. So if you don't win, you don't come and blame me that I didn't choose. Instead of 2 fingers, I should have chosen about to lose you. I'm sorry, afraid to lose you. I thought afraid to use was better. Human beings are like that. When things don't go in our way, we always have something to say. It should have been this, not that. But if you are the one to bring yourself, you have nobody else to blame. And I think that is one of the best ways to do these award schemes. Even all those other award schemes that they select people, maybe for instance WRTP and things, when they select you, they ask you, bring your art, bring your picture. We don't go and look for your Instagram and go and choose your picture. No. What if that picture that we chose is not a picture that you like? So all
DM
these
us
little
with your
things-
picture
Exactly.
for artwork.
So if you choose a picture that your hair is white, we know that you chose it. These things, dealing with human beings is very dicey. And this is something that is very widely credible. VGMA is like the most credible award scheme in Ghana. So imagine if they start doing, is it not?
No, I'm just.
Mr. Drew, have you got something to say about her
I think VGMA is
statement?
the most credible award scheme.
No, I'm just wondering on what basis you are telling them to be.
Maybe you can say the biggest or something.
It's the
but
biggest award
the
scheme.
most
Exactly.
credible.
Okay.
The biggest, but the most credible.
The most credible, no.
Okay, so let's say the longest award scheme to be running in Ghana consistently.
Well,
That one, no, I
We're
do.
still carrying at their backs the huge backlash.
Okay, let's just say VGMA is one of the award schemes in
One,
Ghana.
thank
Simple. So if Nipa Hoya dealing with human beings is very dicey. So imagine if you've been doing this thing this way for a long time, and one or two people make a concern and change your whole system. The way they're going to backlash you in this Ghana, the same people that said do it this way, the same people that are going to say you should have done this, you shouldn't have done that. So if now they have brought this issue up, two people that we know have publicly said it, then instead of them to brush it aside, maybe have a conversation about it with the stakeholders in the music industry, with the executives. I'm not going to mention Max's name here, but I'm just saying with the executives, with the stakeholders, some people that they take advice from, some people that they look up to, the people that are like leaders and legends and all of those things. Have that kind of conversation. Should we do it this way? Should we be more dynamic? Because things are changing in the world. I get it. Looking at People's Choice Awards like this, and that is held in America, the nominations list is by people choose the shows, the music, and everything that they want to be. I don't know if that's what Ghanaians are looking for, but if that's what we're looking for, then it should be an open conversation for us to have about it. We shouldn't cancel it totally. If a few people have raised a topic, we can have the conversations, weigh the pros and cons, and see if doing it this way will be better. If not, let's just stick to what we know and continue with what we are doing.
What is it that we do?
Sir Drew, so continue for me.
No, I want to ask.
The nominations being open for everybody to submit your,
for
and then it's
trial.
scrutinized, and then like it's sieved, and then it's voted for and stuff.
And still, people would still fall short.
100%, it's an award scheme.
You can send us your WhatsApp message to our number 0577001027.
Here is the case. This award scheme for me. Ghana says, "Baby, oh, on a more serious note, because why would I sit down for an award scheme? Also, maybe a red carpet 7. But 3, that's what one of my awards. The 1 man someone.
Technical hitches.
So
always.
Last year, BGMA, I was on
Last,
hold on. What time did they close BGMA last year?
I'm on my show because no man here. What time? About for some maybe now it's a technical award.
Hitches.
One of the best award schemes in my time, Marche, through music.
Because of the timing.
Not the timing. This 3 music you're using as an example, we remember what happened. They had crazy, serious, and a terrible technical issue.
Yeah, sound.
Exactly.
That was their first time.
Who said?
No,
that was not their first time.
Last was it last?
No, it's not last.
That was not the
I think
first
last
time.
2 years. No,
The one Black Sherif performed under the rain.
No.
It was not the first time.
It wasn't the first time. I mean their very first inception of the award.
Did they have technical hitches?
They did it. No, I'm afraid.
So you think? Were you there?
Did you go?
Would they tell you
Were you
they have
there?
technical hitches?
Oh, you watched.
So, but what I'm trying to say is this.
Now let's not miss the conversation. Let's put the event aside. Let's look at what is happening now. And this is the second on the list. An artist is rooting that they feel they need to be contacted.
If I have a work that you want to recommend or use my work for something, you definitely need to reach out to me first. That's the first thing you need to do. So what Shatta and Komna are saying,
you side with them?
Yes, are very true. Then from there, they can also go back to the drawing board and know which music they are going to submit.
Okay.
But if you don't do that and why they put on once upon a time, it's in a Shatta, what do you mean? High Life. What's the High Life song of? My level. And obey issue because I made a mental. I said, how come? Because in the way I sound, so how come nobody High Life? Okay. But then I want to watch one buffer. No one knew another word and worry and what the money. For me, this award scheme need a break. The organizers or whoever is in charge need to go and sit down. Sit down with why are you in the Haiti? They would wait at the last minute. Then they will call for these things. It's a whole mess. When are we going to grow as an industry? And that is why for me, I think that this conversation, then you will go and you listen to their PRO, and their PRO would also sit on air and say, I didn't come to answer you and not. You are there to give us answers. I didn't say you give us a certain guidelines, okay, to an award scheme. That is the guidelines we are supposed to follow. Then something pops out, we ask you and you go like, I'm not supposed to explain it to you, which is totally wrong. And people also feel like this self-entitlement. Oh, no, I'm in a mayor boss and Mama can I find out. Why would you choose popular song of the year? Then this one from DJ Azon to Fan the Form. It's not part. Definitely this guy would ask questions. On what basis did you eliminate that song out of most popular song? You understand? Because almost every club that you would go, almost every event that you would go, you would hear Fan the Form.
Allah.
So how come that song finds itself not in there?
But therapy is there.
See? And see, this award scheme, no, you don't know. And there is this going back to the unsung category where we have IRMSB in there. How many? We have 3 from Links, right?
Yeah.
That is where it tells you the
Maya Blue,
a certain section
ESL,
or group be
of a boy Jake.
When you use the money, label no or would you wear them warrior because they are putting in what the money, and that is why you have the art. So you might be a new artist, you have the bangers and all that, but then what promotion would the money on you wouldn't find yourself there. And if you don't have also a gatekeeper over there, you wouldn't be there because cannot say it's not just about which money so for me, this award scheme would, if we don't go back to the drawing board, sit back, really understand what we want to do. Always people have issues. For me, yeah, I think whatever stand they've taken, it's good.
Christian.
Yeah, Hertie. Kwabena, yeah, one of the finest artists that we have here in Ghana. And last year he released a very beautiful project, Famisa album, with some beautiful songs on it. I love Focus. He did that one with Trigmatic. I love Kokonsan. He did that with Shatawale and Famisa itself. These are beautiful songs. At any point in time, if he had filed for a nomination, Focus with Trigmatic, Kokonsan with Shatawale, and then Famisa itself, the title track Famisa. These are beautiful tracks. Yes, at any point in time, these are tracks he would have been or would have been nominated if he had filed for nomination. And even the album itself, the album didn't make so much noise.
Christian, let me hang you in there and then pick. We have Shatawale on the phone lines. Hello, good evening.
Hi, Mercy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you so much for joining us on our show this evening. We have a few conversations going on and would want to seek your thoughts on it. Before we get talking, congratulations on the release of your Mali album. How is it doing so far?
Well, I think now it's trending on Audiomack World Albums #5.
Nice one. But what happened? Yeah. What happened with the GOG album? Did you just come to tease us and not release it and bring this one? What happened?
Well, that's the whole project, and the secret behind the album is that I have like a couple of deals around it, with some features I did with some artists that I needed clearance from and stuff. So since it's, in the process, I think releasing an album for the fans would also make sense.
Nice one. And when are we to expect it to finally come onto the market? Any expected time?
Well, anytime from this year, because I'm working on other projects too. I'm about to drop another Afrobeat album, you know, for some distributors that I'm working with. So it's just a rough year for me, and it's gonna be like beautiful with all these albums coming out. So GOG can come out like any moment, like, you know, maybe middle of this year or by the end of the year.
Nice one. We are seriously waiting on that. Now let's come to one big thing happening in the lives of musicians. That is award schemes, specifically Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. You didn't file for nominations this year, and the next thing we heard is you are proposing that VGMA should come sit down with you, have a talk, and see the way forward as to how your songs would get into the nominations. Why this method now? Vodafone Ghana Music Award has been in the system for quite a while, and they have one trend of operating, that is opening the nominations and for an artist to come forward and file. Why are you now suggesting this approach?
Well, I think, you know, I always tell people that if they will really follow my story from where I've come from to where I've gotten to now, you know, they will really understand me when I'm making certain statements. You get me? Because this is an industry where I found problems, you know, to solve, you know, and I've solved it for myself, which is working for me, you know, because I can't be an artist or a musician in Ghana that would, you know, come and complain about I don't have money and things are not good for me. No, I'm not that type. I'm not in that line of life. You know, I came to do a proper music business, which we call showbiz, and I'm doing good. And those are one of the changes that I've brought to myself too. I've tried to make people aware that, you know, we are like, you know, a strong team that can request for certain things that can be done for us in terms of our royalties being paid. Nobody has paid attention to that. I will talk about this VGMA thing. You know, it's been going on for years. I was in school when I started hearing VGMA, you know, thought it was a beautiful thing for me to come and join. But later on came on to see that, you know, it's just, you know, a company that is trying to, you know, milk artists, you know, and, you know, use their funds to make money. When I say people don't really get me, I have been on VGMA and I've requested for certain things to be done properly so we can all be happy and enjoy. You know, it's like our day. You know, our day, nobody pays anybody. So I don't expect even our award schemes to be paying artists to come and perform and, you know, even certain things. You know, our day is our day. But they have made our day some way for me. You know, like when I complain about a problem, it takes me to court. And, you know, I'm the only artist in Ghana who has been to court and police station more than any musician. I don't know if it's in the history of Ghana music. And sometimes I feel bad about it and go like, but I just came to do music, you know, why? Today I'm in the police station and stuff like that. So I made that statement for them to understand that I have grown. Like now Shatta Wale is a whole brand on its own. I can move anywhere in the world and make business deals and make money personally, you know. So I am not that musician that maybe they saw from Univer Secondary School and came to the industry to do bandana from Ghana. Yes, man has gone now. And I'm, you know, breaking deals for myself. So if you really feel I'm a musician that they want to listen to, that way we can sit down and have a round table. But for now, I don't think I need any plaque in my house, you know, to do anything. Because I can't use that to even request for a bank, you know, transfer, you know, or anything. So basically, that is why I requested for a sitting. So they will understand that they are dealing with big money here, you know. Maybe some people still want to go for the awards and put it in their rooms. Yeah, it's beautiful. At least you can have some lighting around it and a little candle. You know, it will make it look good. But for me, I feel, you know, I can even involve myself on the VGMA board and support the board for us to build, you know, the musicians' kingdom, to make Ghana music look beautiful. So I have a whole lot of ideas that I can sit with them for us to discuss. And it's not an award.
Why do you think it's difficult for them to hear you out? Is it that how you communicate is sometimes, you know, a bit disturbing, or they feel maybe you just don't communicate through maybe the right channels?
So you see, you guys called me now and see how we are communicating. I believe maybe all the bloggers in the Western region are like, you know, like typing and, you know, writing stuff, and, you know, because I'm communicating so beautifully here. I get what I'm saying. People just misinterpret what I say. People just take what I say to be what I have said to others, and they just put it out there for it to look like, shut up, you're so sharp. But I always tell people that I don't act when there is no action. You understand me? Sometimes people just steady. Like, yes, the last time we had that incident with me and Stonebwoy at the BGMA there, we had a meeting before I came to the award, and it was beautiful. But in the meeting, I told them that don't let me come and sit there and let me feel like, you people want to play a game. And nobody even paid attention to that. Like, they didn't even pay away, we just need you, it's a celebration and blah, blah. Yes, we had a meeting and moving pick. It was beautiful. Before, I think 2 months before the award. And when I came to there, they wanted to do, let's give this one to Stonebwoy and give this one to Shatta Wale. No, I am not the type of person like that. Don't do me like that. Don't give this one to, give my own to me and let me go. Let's say if I give it to Stonebwoy. You get what I'm saying? That is me. But when you want to play like, you want to see me like a young artist, I don't know what I'm about. I'm doing a whole lot of good business for myself. I'm a real estate man person. I'm moving with Shakti. I'm dealing with developers all around the world, and it's beautiful. You get what I'm saying? And I'm working. You get what I'm saying? So these people should understand that I've grown past most of these artists that you see that come and succumb to them. I am not. This is Bandana. Bandana came out before Sarkodie, Stonebwoy. What everybody in the music industry now, I'm their senior. So when I talk, sometimes they have to listen. Because if BGMA doesn't want to listen to this side of me, they want to see me or take me like I'm a Black Series or Asaka or no, they are making a mistake. I won't go by that because I've grown in business and they are growing in business, but they don't want us to go in business, and I want to go in business. So basically, it's business. It's not anything serious at all.
Kwabna's manager also shares the same thoughts with you. He believes that VGMA should be able to contact the artists and let them know this is a project they find they have interest in putting on board. Why do you think he is also siding with you, but then your other colleagues may feel the right approach is for them to, go and then pick the nomination? Do you think there's something your colleagues do not know, that it's only you and Kwabna's manager who seem to find it going?
Yeah, you see, that's what I'm saying, that the board itself is not giving, the right direction of respect to the people that they are getting involved into their scheme. The board can sit down, and if musicians say we won't do it, they wouldn't have anything to do. Then they should go and nominate truck drivers. That one would be better for them, because it's just that we don't understand one thing, that Kwabna is a whole package. Kwabna is diamond. That is gold. That is like my legend when I'm looking at someone like Kwabna. So if Kwabna, you know that he's in this music industry and is working so hard and he's done a lot, and you want to put him on the scheme, it is right that you pick a car from your office, go to his office, sit down with his team, let him feel respected, and present something to him that this is what we are about to do, and blah, 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 blah. But somebody like Kwabna will be pissed because you are seeing Kwabna like Black Sherry. You understand me? Like, I don't understand I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from, but like, we are talking about growth here. These people are like dealing with every musician like the same. They are not giving us like packages, incentives. That these are, for instance, when we go to school, we know the SS1 students, we know them. The SS2 students, we know them. The SS3, yes. So SS1, you come and play with SS3. You're not what I'm going to crown. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, they should just understand that they are forgetting about the growth and how we have made them grow to a level that they should always respect. For instance, I don't think Samini should worry himself about awards anymore. He's doing some good politics for himself. And he wants to be a politician, so that is a good picture. So when they want to involve Samini into VGMA, he has to be like responded to or attended to like perfectly well. Otherwise, we'll be in the industry and people will be complaining, and these people, nobody will tell them their fault, and they think like it's normal. Because every year, say artists back out, thank you, artists will shut them back, so my background, start and background, don't go far away. And they'll be manipulating us like that. And we'll be sitting down and new generations will be coming and the mistake will still continue. It's time they sit up and learn that there is growth in business. Shatta Wale has grown in business, and I can even produce BGMA. I can sponsor BGMA for them. Even again, what they are doing is not going as, it's not making us go. They are still saying Shatta Wale like, say bandana. No, bandana time, but I'm sure the trousers. I'm sure the trousers. Check the difference. I don't know.
Some people have the opinion that the genesis of this whole rift with you, not being pleased with VGMA was after the incident that happened on that fateful night. The incident with you and Stonebwoy, you totally lost interest in this whole VGMA thing.
Yes, because that is what I said. Like from the first chapter of the whole incident, we had a meeting and moving thing. But Madam Teresa herself, and I told her that, Mommy, one thing about me is that I'm growing, you understand me, and I'm doing a whole lot of things. That time, did not even learn Shakti, but I was just trying to make her understand that, I was into real estate, and, I'm trying to do build, sell, buy, sell, that kind of business. So, I'm doing a whole lot. So, I don't want to come and sit there for it to be like a waste of time for me, because I told her vividly that, you see, the reason why I'll come to BGM is because they want to nominate me for my journal, and that is dancehall category. And that category, that time, Gringo was out, shot by Stefan. My Nigerian director that I worked with, we pushed the song to every level, and it has won awards. Stefan has gone for some of them in Germany, in London for me, before BGM. So I was telling Madam Teresa that I don't want to come and sit there for them to play that this one belongs to Stonebwoy and this one. I told them point blank. You understand? But when I went to the award, that is what they wanted to do. And you see, for the first time in my life, I want to tell you what I was going on stage to do before that incident even happened. I was going on stage to hold the mic and tell them, this is my last time of wasting my time in such award scheme. This is my last fight. And that was what I was going to do on stage. But when Shatta woke up, oh no, so behind me said Shatta, the papa commando, Omukitetu, so friend Rambo, the uncle, I won't be Drua, Yamon Betna, and to make a stage, so no Biako. And the media didn't try hard to change the story, Shatta brings a gun, while he was sober, we put a gun. The time they arrested my father told one journalist that you should imagine the headlines. Stonebwoy pulls a gun and Shatta got arrested. That doesn't make normal, common sense in our life. But you see, it's just that I accept everything in my life. I know I've tried so much to raise eyebrows, to make people aware of this kind of business we are doing. But the players themselves don't care. They see it like I'm fighting for something for myself alone, but I'm fighting for all of us. You understand me? So that incident at the VGMA, yes, it put me off because I was like, hey, now waste of time there. The two PSM, my catcher, my girl said, me go award. No, you go me too. Yan Jame, hey, Jesus, please, let's continue with the next topic.
Shatta Wale, talking of this particular incident, you hardly talk about it during interviews. How do you feel when Stonebwoy, is on an international platform and he talks about, just as the recent one where he was vocal about it? How does that make you feel?
Like, what was his interview like?
He recently had an interview when he went to the States. And, he was really vocal about what happened, their intentions, and all of that. You hardly talk about this during interviews when you're here in Ghana or when you go out there. So having your other partner, the person involved with this whole issue, talk about it, how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel like a hero, because at the end of the day, the intelligence ones who listen are going to ask, so how come you just see a man coming and you pull a gun? That man isn't having a gun, but you pull a gun. You understand me? It makes me feel like a hero because I don't have any bad intentions for Ghana musicians. I love it. You could see how anywhere I go, like the fans react to me and stuff like that. They know my spirit, and that's a spiritual connection I have with human beings. I have never, like, maybe wake up from bed and say, oh, okay, let me just go and find somebody to insult or somebody to disturb. No, unless people worry me. And I feel we are humans, you know. We have sorrowful times in our life. We have, like, happy times in our life. So when there is a particular mood that is being switched, you should know how human beings are going to act. For instance, I give examples to people that anytime, you know, a door bangs on one finger or your hand or something, you don't stand there. Some people scream, some people even black out just because of the pain. You know, I have that side of me as a human being. I don't know what anybody, like, feels like. Because Ghana, we didn't have enough carpet because, oh, he's emotional. If they're English, you know, you're using busy and see, oh, he's emotional. And when he talks about saying, can you say that? What do I say? When the boys do all these things, I see, like, yes, he's trying to tell a story. And that story will one day come back to, so who brought that change? And yes, I was fighting for a particular cause, but people don't want to understand. I'm not saying award schemes are not good, but for me, I feel I have learned so much in music and in life that, you know, certain things have to be done well. Like, for instance, I can't be, you know, like this and opening, like, companies that I want to build up and stuff like that. And then, you know, when I'm getting an award, I know, because these corporate bodies that organize awards and stuff like that, yes, maybe one or two Kululu can be in there, but you will know that, yes, when they say maybe this particular company has won this, it's right, you know, because you will even challenge. For instance, if your radio station has to pick up an award for, you know, having the best interview, you know, and good best listeners at that time, nobody should fight you, because yes, it's true, you interview Shatta Wale, and yes, we have to, maybe I'll get the awards more. Now you have to give me some props. I was saying Shatta Wale. You know, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I think in doing all those things is just one, to tell the story, and to make people know, you know, this guy that is called Shatta Wale and what he stands for, and that's the truth.
Shatta, I have a colleague in the studio who wants to ask you a question, so you'd want to listen to him briefly, and we'll come back to it.
Right. Okay, Shatta, so we all I listened to the Mali tape tonight. Remember, you posted on Twitter that we should look out for it for 31st of March, and suddenly you released it, I think, 25th. And you see, with Gringo also, we anticipated, and eventually we didn't get Gringo until today that you're telling us that it was sort of with clearance issues. Don't you think there's some sort of inconsistency with you, that you're sort of taking listeners for a ride? Because to me, I've listened to the tape. They're taking the first song and the Mansa Musa. I think I like them. But why the sudden change? Why you announce a date and you go on to release it before the announced date?
When you use inconsistency, in what sense are you using inconsistency? Is it what I'm not as my base? Are you
no. Let's not take the conversation there. I'm trying to tell you, they ask that you announced the date, so then why not wait till the date that you were supposed to release it? But then all of a sudden we'll go up to Apple Music and the song is there.
Yes, so you see, sometimes these are the kind of things that I say when you research about online. Now we have online stores, but when you ask questions like this, it means like you in the show business world, because you are a showbiz presenter, and you should know how these stores work. I know what I'm saying. When you ask questions like this, it shows me how naive you also are about the job you are trying to do. Because a professional artist like me, somebody who has featured the world's most greatest female artist, you know, which people don't respect, I don't mind. God brought it and His amen to my life. He's bringing money. So I'll continue and say it every time. When you ask me a question like this, I go like, no, then you don't know how the online stores work. You understand me? And when you even say, like, I was supposed to bring the GOG album out and I didn't bring it out and I brought this one out and I'm taking the fans for granted, it means you don't also know the job well. Because what I go through with my musical life and business side, you guys don't study. You people only study how to write and talk, and that is what brings the problem between me and the media and journalists. Because if you know how online stores work, you should know that some of the stores, when you load your songs, it takes 2 weeks. It takes 1 week, 3 days. Some of them take 2 weeks, 2 days. You should know all these things. And I'm trying to propose a marketing plan here and push the album in a certain direction. As we are talking, it's trending in the world album number 5. That is where it's trending at now on Audiomack. So when Apple releases or they check when they have to release it, that is on the 30th. That is also another package for me. What I'm just saying is that the stores release differently, and you should know that. You shouldn't be asking that. Because why is it on Audiomack and it's not on Apple, it's not on iTunes, but it's on Apple Music? We have stores in the world, and sometimes that's what I'm saying. I'm too faster than the industry for you people, and you people just don't want to see me like the Kwame Nkrumah who wants to change this thing. You just want to fight the thing like you know about it, but you don't know about it. So that question that you asked me, I need one Fanta and Bullfruit, hot one, so I can quench my thirst.
Okay. And in addition, I listened to the They Will Know and Did My Time. They will know. The chorus says you're trying to tell us that they will know about your growth or your game. Are you trying to tell the listeners, the fans, that you've reached, like, you have cemented your position in the industry as of now?
The music is a message, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm sending a message. I want people to understand that what you guys are saying and trying to, like, say Shatta Wale is this. Like me, when somebody say I'm a French artist, French artists don't get dollars. French artists don't get business. Bro, like French artists don't do shaggy. You understand me? Like, right now music is like my part-time job. Like when I'm done with money making, I can come and do music. That is it's just the love of the fans that is making me go to shows. Up to now, I'm getting bookings. Sometimes when I get all the bookings and the money I mentioned, I go like, no, I can make this money here in Shakti. I can do this money here with my real estate. I can do this. I can do that. But I consider the love of the fans. That is why I moved to some of the shows. So that's what they would know. Really should tell people that I've already reached my goal. Like, I don't know what the industry wants to portray. Like, Ghana, let me just give you an example before maybe you ask me your next question. Ghana, see what they did to the Kid. Brother was singing small, they say on the play. Hey, they're not that is no, we shouldn't like kill our artists like that. This is all such can kick people on an interview. We don't want to say, so what's much. Oh, come on. Like, we should just respect that. So yes, the chorus like that should tell a whole lot of people that yes, I'm on a different level, and that level is not above your level. We can talk, we can have vibes, but you can also study from me, so we can go together. And that is what I'm doing. I'm growing with people. And that's it.
Nice one. Shatta Wale, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you on our show. We have a lot to talk about, and so we'll find a very long time. I know having this conversation with you needs about 3 days. We'll be on air for 3 good days. I'll get you the Fanta and the Bullfruit. Yeah, I'll get you the Fanta and Bullfruit to
I bet get it to me, because the inconsistency is you pay for the Fanta and Bullfruit.
Thank you so much for your time. When are we seeing you down here for Shagzy?
Yeah, we're coming over, so we're planning for a date. I have a few trips to make, but they won't be long, and I'll be back. So then we'll come and do our activation there. So people in Takoradi should just get ready for Shakti. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to give some souvenirs and some incentive to the riders and drivers as well. Shatta is going to sort them out with some, 1 or 2 things. And I'm bringing my cars there too as well. So, drivers who don't have cars, should always, send their requests to Shakti offices, and let's see how many of them we can put on board.
Thank you so much, Shatta Wale. Thank you so much for your time on Empire 102.7. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, and we would catch you another time. Yeah, so back into the studio, we heard from Shatta Wale. He's made a few points. Christian, I know you have a lot to talk about. Please call us and be a part of the program 0577001027 or send in your WhatsApp message to our WhatsApp number 0577001027. We would love to hear from you. So we just had a conversation with.
Actually, I'm not going to talk about what he has said. I'm just. You asked me a question before you went for.
Why? So nothing about.
No.
You're not saying anything about the interview
I will talk
from the
about
album throughout to VGMAs.
I don't really have much to talk. I mean, Shatta Wale has always been the same. This is the. I mean, Shatta knows the industry. He knows what you guys want, so he will try as much as possible to get himself into the conversation. Shatta Wale has not been nominated in the VGMAs. But he's talked about all around. People are talking about him more. He tries to find a way to get himself in the conversation, and that is exactly what he does each and every time. So, he makes a comment about VGMA. VGMA board should see him, talk to him before, he gets himself nominated in there. And he generated conversation all around. I know this interview is going to generate conversation. So Shatta always has a way of finding himself in the conversation. When one conversation is going on and it's not about him, he tries to find himself in there. So, I mean, it is not anything new, with what he said. I don't think it is anything new. But for me, it is important to note that this VGMAs and everything that we do, we need the numbers. It's a numbers game now. You understand? It's a numbers game now. So VGMAs, they need the numbers. Whether it is Shatta Wale's numbers or Kwabna's numbers, they need the numbers. Irrespective of the fact that they need the numbers, the artists themselves also, in one way or the other, they will need this award, because I have seen, musicians or artists out there, whenever they go in for interview, they will mention that, we have won this before, I have won that, and I have won that. They are very proud of it. So they also need the award. Now, coming to Kwabna's issue, or talking about Kwabna's issue, and having the, wanting the VGMA board to come and see them and all of that. You see, it's an award scheme. And this is how we do our things. We open nomination, you file for it. If you don't want to be part of it, that is fine. Sit somewhere, and then if you don't want to be part, if you don't want to be part, why do you want them to come and see you? And I like people who always walk the talk. Kwabna said he doesn't like the way they do their things, and so he didn't file for nomination, and that is good enough. You walk your talk. So he should just allow us to enjoy our VGM, and those who want to be part, they should be part.
No, but you see,
yes, no. That is why I made mention of the fact that the numbers are important.
I understand, but the argument he's also trying to make is that let's look beyond just giving the award to these guys.
No, they are not. They don't give the award to guys.
No, they give it to them.
No,
what do they do?
You file for nomination.
I understand, but
you file for nomination. The award scheme is there. This is the procedure. You file for nomination. In fact, you have to bring your works. Yes, but you don't like the idea that people have to file for nomination. You think that the board should be out there and pick people's work and work on it. That is not the way. Even the Grammys, you have to submit your works.
No, you see, so can't we also understand where he's also coming from? Where before he brings in his work, you need to consult him.
No, he is not even coming from that angle.
That is the angle.
Listen to his conversation. He says he doesn't like the fact that you have to file for a nomination. If your work is good enough, it has to be picked.
Even sort of like a research.
No, but even the Grammys, you have to submit your work. Even Grammys, you have to submit your work.
Why are we are doing this comparison?
Yes, but that is the standard. That is the standard. You have to submit your work. You don't have. No, I don't have to go out there and then pick your.
No, it's a research work. I mean,
yes, but I'm saying that the Grammys, which is the standard, even that one, you have to submit, because you can choose to be part of it or not as a musician. You can choose to be part of it or not. No one forces you to be part of how do you call it, an award scheme. You can choose to be part. You can choose to stay somewhere, and exactly what he's done, he doesn't want to be part of it. He doesn't want to associate himself with
he wants to be part, but then he's saying that.
So if you want to be part, then follow the procedure. This is the procedure. You file for nomination. We look at your work, and you are nominated. If you don't like the procedure, then sit somewhere and don't disturb people who want to be part. I like Kwabena, and I like the fact that he's been able to walk the talk. I don't like the procedure, and so I don't want to be part. That is it. Even the Grammys, like I said, you submit your work, they don't. Otherwise, they would have come to Ghana and pick people's work. No.
Oh, Ghana,
no, what I mean to say is that yes, yeah, you have to be part. Even your song has to be released. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So it is not just about you being a musician and so your work has to be considered. No, it doesn't have to be like that. So for me, I like his stance, and I like the fact that he's been able to walk the talk, and so it should be like that. Shatta has said that unless they come to see him, the VGMA, the numbers are important. Remember, yes, we all need the numbers. In fact, the VGMA need the numbers. If Shatta is part of it, you need his numbers to grow the whole thing, and it is huge. His fans will vote. Certainly, VGMA will make some money. You understand? But VGMS has been there for 24 good years. So, if I'm not part of it, that's fair enough. They or somewhere. Let others also enjoy their VGMAs. Maybe as we do the conversation, as the conversation goes on, if there are things that will be changed, certainly they are there. They are listening. Things will change. You understand? But it takes time. Remember, doing something here, in our space is a very difficult thing. So for the VGMs, to hold on to that, to be able to hold this one for 24 good years, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. So for me, there is still room for improvement. Day in, day out, you learn. I mean, there's even the Grammys. People criticize Grammys. Last year? Last year, the group that won reggae album of the year, they are not Jamaicans. They are not Jamaicans. And come and see go and see the Jamaicans. They think that they were supposed to have won because they produced. I mean, so they criticize the board. I mean, the academy.
That notion.
So that is there. So even the Grammys.
So if
there is criticism,
if Stonebwoy happens to win reggae album of the year,
yes,
so they have to criticize it because they
think yes. You see, that is what they think. Yeah. So even the Grammys, there is a criticism, and once you are criticized, you look at it. Yes, what
as compared to this one.
But you can't compare Grammys and this one in terms of number of years. Yes, in terms of number of years, and how grounded it is, where it is coming from, and all of that. Yes. So with time, maybe definitely things will change. So that's it. That's it. Hetty.
Sedu, you might want to touch on finally before.
I think I just. Today, I accept the fact that people always call Shatta Wale to be, excuse me to say, like a comedian, right? Yes, for me, maybe he's Nankasa Nebia, ne talent and comedy. Music in no but yeah, you see, he is one person. He would get you everything that you need in an interview, and for the fact that he was trying to address issues now, I don't know. If you listen to him carefully, you realize apart from he also gives out some salient point, and if we should go by them, it will help us. But because there, he's that doing and that is where we are falling short. You understand? That is where we are falling short. So VGMA for me, I think yes, they still need a break, or Obeya. Those on the board or wherever, the academy or whatever, should have a revolution where new faces or whatsoever, no, shut us about to my organized video. Yeah, for man, 1 year. Because you see, most of the times, the problem is that if you don't have people who have also been in the situation before, they wouldn't really
create your own.
No, it's not just about creating your own. But if
you think you can organize one, create yours. Don't say they should give, what someone has created to you. No, if you think you can organize or create yours.
Oh, I wouldn't side with that one.
Yes, you can organize it. Yes. You have the capacity.
But you see, what he's also trying to say is that if you have someone like Samini on the board, okay.
But you see, let's take this conversation in the international picture. I don't think when they want to have a Jay-Z record, a Beehive record on Grammys, or if they have to go on round table, no, bro. Yes, we understand you are big in the industry. So, as a point, we should get his points clear that yes, he's not interested in the game.
I mean, from the interview,
yes, he doesn't. So then it should end there. Yes. The back and front and tantrums doesn't help.
Yes. But we also need it for the
for the culture. Yes.
Yeah, we also need it. Yeah.
Let's pick this call and then we'll wrap it up for the show. Justice, please call us. Call us again. We don't want to lose you. Call us and then let's pick your call. 0577001027. Please call us and be a part of tonight's show. We are wrapping up very soon, and so you might want to call us and be our caller for the night.
But me, eventually, I didn't actually also buy.
Joseph, kindly hold on. Let's pick this one. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing? Let's hear from you, please.
I'm doing fine. I'm Justice Beatty calling from Javido.
Okay, Justice, let's hear from you.
All right, I want to talk about two issues concerning your first topic, comedy industry.
All right, sure.
Yes, with the comedy industry in Ghana, it looks as if, one, you look at this from the business perspective. People are not investing in it. That is number one. Number two, the actors themselves, the kind of content that they bring to the public or to the audience, it looks as if there is a little bit problem with it. Now, I like a lot of comedy. Because of that, I have read and listened to a lot of comedy shows in most especially Nigerian. If you look at the intelligence that they add to what they say, if you compare that one to that of what we do here, I think we are way below Bell. That is why somehow we say that we can't compete with them. Because one, they have the benefit of their language. If they don't have the actual English language, they go with their pure language, of which it suits their system. That is why normally we say, if we compare the comedy of that of Ghana and Nigeria, Nigeria fits higher above all. Now, number two, I don't agree with Shakawale where he says he should, the DGMA, they should go round and then pick people and comment. No. We don't work like that. We don't work like that. So I think if you want to be part of it, submit your work. Work according to what you think you want to win that kind of nomination. So you don't just say that, no, after that one, I don't agree with him. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Justice. Thank you so much. You might want to also give us a phone call, 0577001027. Today, we are lucky to have a little time, to extend the show, and that doesn't mean we have the whole night. So you might want to call us 0577001027. Okay, let's pick this one and move on. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. And how are you doing?
I'm super fabulous. Let's hear from you.
Okay. My name is Chronicles. I'm calling from Western Okum. You see, with the comedy issue, and one thing I want to say is, if you are doing something and the people don't appreciate, you struggle. It's now comedy is now growing in Ghana. I feel and corporate Seba, and people are patronizing them. And if your comedy shows Nadina, they only do it in Accra. Because sometimes at the better crowd, I'm not sure they will gain markets for it. So sometimes you should understand that. I feel no alaba now a DKB Mona KSM was starting. Now that people are growing up to understand the comedy. And with Shatawale issue no sono. And they know okay be there. What didn't say table when they did the meeting, no, he told them that they should do this award is for Stonebwoy, this award is for Shatawale. What he's trying to say is he's trying to determine which award I want to pay. It's a quarter on our award now, common. Or Pakaja Mike now, he is done. Sometimes, Sakoja Munadito or Samini Munadito, award and come on, they don't see anything. And Wamba Frana, like, do research and go and pick somebody's work. I don't agree. Because I want to put the Kululu Betumabi. Because now I'm the one going around and picking. So, if I don't pick you, I can say after the research, I didn't find your work worthy or my own work. But right now, one Kasafabra, and you have the moral right to say that I brought my work. I want 1 year research, one can pick for work. No, I don't agree. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can also call us 0577001027. You could be our